Hello everybody, welcome to Amakhosi fan channel. This is Sanele Mjo. Like, comment, subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for coming back. So guys, today I'm going to be talking about Pitso. Yeah, some of you are already bored, some of you already have made your decisions, you have made up your minds to say that Pitso is not coming to Kaizer Chiefs. Some of you are saying that you're still hoping and wishing that Pitso comes to us, and the media has been following him, asking him questions. Pitso, where are you going? Pitso, what's happening? What are your plans for next season? Pitso, what are your plans? Are you gonna take any job anytime soon? Pitso, this, Pitso, that. Pitso, hey, what's next? What's next? Everyone wants to hear what Pitso has to say. Everyone wants to hear what he has planned for his future. I mean, it's not like he needs money for him to be quick and jump to another ship and jump into another project. He still wants to sit down and really spend time with his family. I mean, he was away now. He was away for a couple of years. Now he's been away to Egypt and now to Saudi Arabia. Like, he's been away for quite some time, and he says, okay, you know what? I want to come back and rest a bit. I'm not in a hurry to make a decision, but what I will do is that I want to spend time with my family, and then we'll take it from there. These are coaches that expensive. These are coaches that you don't need work. These are coaches who have worked hard for them to be where they are, where their salaries can stretch them, or they can stay without a job for 6 months to a year. You know, they always say that once you have worked so hard, you must make sure that your salary, it can keep you for 6 months while looking for a job, and you should be fine without really struggling or asking money from other people, asking for help. So Pitso has worked hard for him to be where he is now, that he's not really pushed to make a decision. This is the team that he promoted into the senior or the main league that now has fired him. And then the question is, where will coach Pitso go? Where is his next project? Apparently he said that he's been there's interest from almost in most part of Africa and to some part of South America now. Like, there are teams that are looking for him from even South America to even the east of Europe. I don't know which countries are those. Like, in Africa, there are teams that want him, and we know that Kaizer Chiefs want him. And apparently even there are some fans who are calling him from under Pirates, saying that come and help us, come and coach our team. We want to go to Africa, we want to win the league. And so what I would say to you, chances of us getting Pitso, I still maintain they are 50-50. So I'm gonna say, but what makes you think that we have 50% of getting this guy? I'm like, hey guys, anything can happen. Pitso can say, okay, you know what? I don't need to travel the world that much at the moment, but I can take a project for a season or two, and then I'll decide afterwards. And that's another downfall. That's another disadvantage of looking for coaches like Pitso. Because we know that he still want to go around the world. He still want to coach in England, for example. He said that he would wish to coach in England. And there's this other gentleman that I like. He says, hey, can't you go and coach our team in England, Manchester United? And some of you would laugh now and say that no, he's not at that level yet. But the question is, the current coaches that we have in these so-called big teams of ours, what have they achieved? What have they achieved for them to hire coaches like your Eric Ten Hag, coaches like your Klopp? Some would say, but Klopp has won trophies, and but before that, did he win anything major like your Champions League before he went to Liverpool? So why can't Pitso go and coach your Liverpool? Why Pitso can't even go and coach your Crystal Palace, why Pitso can't even coach even a Newcastle, why even Pitso can't go and coach your Manchester United. I'm just asking. I'm not saying that he's at that stage at the moment, but I'm asking if these other coaches can get chances to coach big teams, why can't our South African coach these countries? Is it us looking down on our own? Because now we are judging him based on color, not based on what he has achieved and what he's capable of. But yeah, so my worry about hiring Pitso is the fact that he would not stay at Kaizer Chiefs for a long time. That is my worry about this coach. I love him and I would love him to come and coach our team, but my worry is that he will not last at Kaizer Chiefs. Meaning what? If we don't have a season that he performs, or even he performs and then it draws more interest overseas, say that he signs for 5 years, Pitso would not stay that long. That's the realistic truth that we have to look at. Pitso would not stay that long. This then makes me to say that, hey, Pitso might not be the guy. I think you're hearing me contradicting myself, and some already are saying that I'm contradicting myself, and you are right to think so. I would love him to coach us, but also I'm like, let us be realistic. Can Coach Pitso stay in South Africa, stay in our club and coach for a number of years? Can it take 3 years? Never mind 5 years. Can it take 3 years? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And besides, he says that whoever wants to coach him, whenever he's making a decision, he does not need to think for himself alone, because he has had a team around him that he has built a trust with, that he works with that team, and he does not want to go and coach any team without that team. Meaning what? Say that he does come to Kaizer Chiefs. That means that everyone in the current team, technical team, probably the only person who'd survive the chop might be CJ, Kevin Johnson. But other than that, every individual in our current technical team might face the chop. So what does that mean financially to Kaizer Chiefs? It means that they might have to pay out what is due to the current team if we are to hire Pitso. You say this movie, you have seen it before, like our coach, I've claimed him already, like Pitso once said, when he said that we have seen this movie before. And I'm saying that, hey, we have seen and heard this movie before. About this movie before. We have heard about this movie before, where Nabi was not hired because he wanted his own team. Now, it means it lessens the chances of us getting Pitso Mosimane. But you say, Sanel, you said 50-50. Yes, I'm still 50-50, but I'm just painting a picture for you guys that he has like plus or minus 5 guys around him as a technical team. And he says that I need to think about these guys too, because these guys have sacrificed so much for me. For me to be where I am, I have an A team. These are the guys that I've worked with, and I can't afford not to work with them. I'm this coach, successful coach that I am today because I have these guys around me. So, what does it mean? It means that chances of getting Pitso might be getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer. And besides, Coach Pitso said that as much as there might be interest all over again, but there's a project that excites him at the moment that he's thinking about. I don't know how true is this, but he said that I'm interested in signing for an international team. So he has had coaches, he has had a call with 2 coaches. I think the current Cameroon, if I'm not mistaken, please guys, please forgive me, is it Cameroon or Cote d'Ivoire coach? And the guy who has traveled so much, is it Hines or something? Yeah, but he has had 2 coaches currently who are trying to lure him into the international platform, who say that, look, think about this, our teams or our national teams competing in the World Cup, like for us to prove that we are to be reckoned, a force to be reckoned as Africans. Imagine you are being called by national coaches. That means that these coaches are seeing Pitso at that level. They admire him, they admire his work so much that they say, come, let us go and conquer in the world now. Let us conquer the world now. Let's go to the World Cup and conquer there. That's how much they value Pitso Mosimane. Like, hey, you are at the level where we are. When we are competing with all these teams, we want you as well to compete there. That's how much the world views Pitso Mosimane. I think sometimes we don't value our own as much as other people outside value our own coaches and even our own players for that matter. If Pitso has gotten a call from these international coaches, do you think these projects of going international cannot lure him, cannot excite him? So apparently that's what is happening with Pitso Mosimane, that he is earmarking, he's looking at coaching an international team. So he says that he would like to, in as much as he's a South African, he would like to, or he would enjoy working with the Nigerian soccer team. He would like to coach Nigeria. He says, imagine working with Osman. Imagine working with this Chukwueze. I think it's Chukwueze. Imagine working with these guys. These are guys that are well known. These guys are prolific. These guys are good players. Imagine working with those guys. Can you not compete? So there are rumors that these news of him coaching in the international team, that it's really drawing some interest from him. Something is exciting him there. So let's watch the space, guys, and see like really what's gonna happen. Let's watch the space because no one really knows. We can have speculations. We can speculate that it's gonna come to South Africa. Coach Kaizer Chiefs is gonna go to Africa, your West or your East Europe, and we can speculate all that we want. For now, he's still here in South Africa. He's enjoying his holiday with his family. So one thing that I'll say to you is that let us watch the space. I feel like we just took a mini break, but yeah, let me continue with this topic about Pitso Mosimane that is linked to so many teams, that has an international interest. So this guy is wanted almost in all these continents now. So as he's wanted in all these continents now, and there's interest from all these other countries, what do you think his decision would be? Would it be to stay in South Africa? Will it be to continue traveling the world? He's also not getting younger, he's getting old. Meaning what? That the decisions that he is to make is to think for the future, where he needs to invest now for the future. What do you think will be his decisions? If you were Pitso, what would you do? If you were Pitso, what would you do? But yeah, there is another article that I just read. It talks about the benefits of hiring Pitso. I'll just read it for the interest of reading it. But yeah, these news that I've just gave you and broke down, they can kind of make you have questions. Then what's the point if we're not gonna get? Because some of you already are like, we're not gonna get, we're not gonna get Pitso, we're not gonna get Pitso. But yeah, let me just share with you what this article. I think, guys, I don't want to lie to you. This publication, it's not that known, is it? No. So I won't lie to you. I'm not sure how true is this, but let me not read you the name of it, but I'll just cite for you what it says the benefits are for us to get Pitso. One, admiration from the players. One, admiration from the players. What does that mean? The existing Kaizer Chiefs players would be inspired to work for an icon as Pitso. Two, attraction of new players. I'm going to break it down. Attraction of new players. The best players in the country and in Africa would be keen to arrive in natural. Three, increase in media attention. Amakhosi already enjoys high media attention. Sometimes they even lie. Mosimane will take it to the new heights. Four, increase in home crowds. Amakhosi lure big crowds everywhere, but at home, FNB Stadium, a high profile and a popular coach like Pitso Mosimane will increase the ticket sales. 5. CAF football. Mosimane has established himself as a continental and world-competing coach. He will steer Kaizer Chiefs out of the comfort of South African football. What does it mean? Admiration from the current players. I mean, there are guys out there who wants to play for Pep Guardiola. There are guys out there who like to play for Pep Guardiola. Like there are guys out there who love to play under Coach Guardiola because of his philosophy, because of his style of play, because of how he improves players. So these players would die to play for Pep Guardiola. It's the same with Coach Pitso Mosimane. There are guys in the current team who can be developed. I haven't seen so many coaches who are able to develop players. Coaches who are able to help players to be better players. I haven't seen so many coaches. And Coach Pitso can be that coach. Can be that coach who can help develop these guys. Not necessarily young players, but everyone as a whole. The young and old alike can be developed and become better players. They can change and think globally. In a sense that he can speak to a guy like Mduduzi Shabalala and say, Mduduzi Shabalala, look, you are bigger than South Africa now. Think globally. Think global. Think like your Ansu Fati, for example. Think about yourself playing in La Liga. Think about you playing in England, for example. So he can just excite players. He can just motivate players and make them think outside the box, think outside the borders of South Africa. And then 2, says that he can attract new players in Africa, like from other teams as well. We have seen that he did that with Sundowns, where he attracted players from all over the country and all over Africa as a whole. He has signed quality players. So if we are to get Pitso Mosimane, look at him luring this guy Percy Tau and say that come to Egypt. Come to Egypt. Come and prove yourself out of the comforts of your home, of your own space, out of comforts of your own family. Come and prove yourself. And Percy Tau is still there for a season or 2 now, after Pitso has left, and is one of the most important players in Al Ahly. So he has that ability to make players want to work for him, even from local teams or even from international. So it can help rebuild the brand of this club. It can help rebuild the brand of this club by luring proper players. Will those players come with cheap? No, they would not. But if Kaizer Chiefs buys in the project or in the vision of Pitso, they can support him. I believe they can support him. They've bought like 10 players now. You'll say that, but no, those were cheap players. I don't care what you say, if they were cheap players or not, but we bought players. So he can go out and sign players. Proper players. Then number 3, he can increase the media attention of Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, it can help us to strike deals from all over the continent and even beyond. Because he's well known, he's loved. Meaning what? The Jessica would be like, yeah, smiling from ear to ear if he was to work with Pitso. Because that means that the marketing of the brand of Kaizer Chiefs, it can grow massively because it's associated with an icon like Pitso. Not only that, he can do what? It can increase the home crowd. I mean, I don't remember the last time I went to watch Kaizer Chiefs playing live. I think when Parker was still playing there, when we played against Amazulu, he scored 4 goals, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not one of those who would go to stadium, but let there be something that will attract me, that will excite me to go to the stadium. But currently there's nothing. And some of you already call me name that you're not a diehard Kaizer Chiefs fan. That's why I'm doing this channel. That's why I'm building this community. But for me, go to stadium, it might not work because of how I'm breaking down a game, because I type minute by minute for me to break down the game, and I'll take points like that I feel like they're standing out. So it can help increase the crowd. Probably I might go beyond the pitch side there, interviewing you guys. One day is one day. One day is one day. And yeah, the last one, CAF football. When last did you go to Africa? How did you perform the last time we were beaten by Pitso? So it can help us to get our club where it needs to be to compete in Africa. Think about this. Just think about this. The advantages, the pros of getting Pitso. Is it doable? I still believe it's 50-50. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. But for now, like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.